Oh yes, I'm Mick, the DIY gardening guy. Uh, last year I went to expand my garden. I've got some gardening happening outside. I thought, what else can I do? I looked at hydroponics, aeroponics. I thought I'll put together a tower garden. I went to buy one, but they're like $600 or $700, and I thought, well, I can build that cheaper than that. So what I did was I put together a whole bunch of stuff and I built one, which you can see on the left. It's pretty good. Lots of bok choy going off there. I put it on social media, and I got a lot of comments as to how did I do it, and what materials did I use, and how long it, and what it costs, and all that sort of stuff. So what I've done here is I built an instructional video on the materials, tools, design, and construction of your very own tower garden. So the DIY tower grow garden, the materials list. You can see there you're going to need a large bucket, 20 to 50 litres is a good size with a lid. You probably also need an extra lid, a little flat one, 150 ml plumber's pipe by sort of 1800. You need a pump that'll pump, up to 500 litres a minute. You need 2 by 13 ml tubes. You need 150 ml end cap, you need 30 net cups because this is a 30 cup garden tower. You need tape measure, heat gun, grinder, tin snips. These things can help to make and build and construct. You need a 1 meter of 65 millimeter plumber's pipe cut to a nice point on it so we can use it to actually form up our net pot or net cup holes. I need a drill, a 3 mil drill bit, level or a straight edge. A level will help better, and you'll need some cable ties. So the DIY tower grow garden, this is how we set out the lid. Basically, I found the center point of the lid and I used my 3 mil drill bit and I just drilled a hole through it. I measured then the outside diameter of the 150 mil pipe. And then I simply marked the radius, so half of that diameter, onto the cable tie. I drilled a hole through my cable tie. I pushed the cable tie over the top of the 3 mil drill bit and stuck it into the hole that I already drilled in the lid. And then I simply used my marking pen, and as you can see there, I scribed my circle. I drilled a nice little hole on the inside of that circle, and then I took my tin snips and I cut out the lid. And then basically you can see there I put it in and tested it, and it all fitted together quite well. DIY tower grow garden. So this is setting out your 150 mil pipe for your 30 net cups. This can be a little bit tricky, but it makes sense. So make sure that the height of your pipe, you measure the height of your bucket, and then you measure about another 50 mil above that. And you just put that mark around the entire length of the pipe. You then set the pipe flush on the ground so it's sitting upright and plumb. And you take your level and make a plumb line in the center of the pipe, just straight down. You then take your radius measurement that you had before that you used to scribe the outside of the inside of the lid, and you take that and you just measure that around the top of the pipe, and that should give you 6 equal measurements. Flip the pipe upside down and mark those same radius points off that first line, and then simply join those points, each point together down the pipe. From the 50 mil mark that you put, which is 50 mil above the height of the bucket, you'll mark 3 alternate horizontal lines. So across your vertical line that you've got, you'll mark a horizontal line about 70 mil long, and you make sure that 35 mil either side. And then from that, you mark up 200, and you do that same cut and mark again. To do the other side, you go to one of the lines that hasn't been marked. From that 50 mil mark, you go up 100, and then just do the same process of cutting each slit, about 70 mil. We will use a 70 mil because I'm going to use a 70 mil bit of pipe to push through and actually form up these heights. And by the time you've done it, you should have 30 net cups ready, 30 net cup slots ready to go. The DIY Tower Grow Garden. So this is how we cut and shape the 150 mil pipe. I took my grinder. You can use a saw, but a grinder was pretty easy. Then I heat up the slot, and I'll just do these one at a time. Heat up the slot, and then I push my 65 mil pipe. Once the 150 mil pipe is soft, I push the 65 mil pipe through the hole. Now 65 mil pipe will fit really well and won't cause splits down the edges of the horizontal cut. Once it's in position, push it down hard against the inside of the pipe, as you can see me doing there in that third picture. And once you're happy with that, you can even put some water over it and cool it off, and then just repeat the process for every slit. So DIY Tower Garden Grow, this is adding your pump and putting it all together. So you take your hole saw or cut a hole in the lid to fit the pump, put the power cord back through. So in the blue lid there's a little hole there drilled, and my pump, you can't see it, but the cable runs out the back behind there. Measure and cut your straight pipe about 50 mil below the top of the height of the tower. And then cut and mark out a plastic disc to fit inside your 150 mil pipe. And that should have about a 12 mil hole, about a 15 mil hole in the center, and just drill it with a whole bunch of 5 mil holes, and this will allow water to cascade down and through. Place the pump, the straight pipe, the tower and the net cups into position. Sit the plastic dome over the 13 mil pipe and fill the bucket with water, test, and if it works, put the 150 mil end cap on, get yourself some plants, and off you go. You've got a tower garden. It's quite a simple little process. It should take you a couple of hours if you're handy with tools. If you're not handy, taking probably half a day. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know if there's any other DIY gardening projects that you'd like to see put together.